Akpabio says political miscalculation of the immediate past governor of Edo State led to Okpebholo's victory. Plus, on the news, Chief of Army Staff says the Nigerian Army is committed to ending insurgency and defending the country's territorial integrity. From the international scene, at least 179 people are killed after a passenger plane skidded and crashed while trying to land at Muan International Airport in South Korea. Details of these and more coming your way soon. To stay with us. Many thanks for joining us at this time. Now, details of the news. The political miscalculation of the media's past governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, and disagreement with some stakeholders led to the takeover of Edo State by All Progressive Congress (APC). These were the words of the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, when he received the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, at his residence in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Addressing journalists, the Senate President said APC was already established in it.
I've come for uncommon impartation. If you see the development strive in Akwa Ibom, I've come to learn from him. I'm here just to get advice from him. 2024 is ending and we are beginning 2025. By the grace of God, my coming here is to get that impartation for 2025. Amen. So I've come and
The Chief of Army Staff, Olufemi Oluyede, says that the Nigerian Army is committed to ending insurgency and defending the Subsector 5 Operation Fazen Yama, Kechia, Kaduna. The Army Chief thanked all the officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army for their sacrifices and untiring commitment in tackling the numerous security challenges facing the country. He charged all the Army personnel to remain focused, disciplined and loyal to constituted authority. Represented by the General Officer commanding 1 Division, he also urged them to maintain the spirit of patriotism and continue to give their best in discharging their assigned duties and responsibilities.
Nigerian Army will ever remain committed, determined.
Still on security, the abducted Anglican Bishop Reverend Canon Oluwolagba, along with his wife and children, have regained their freedom after being kidnapped along the Iborupa Road in Akoko Northeast Council area of Ondo State. A reliable source disclosed that the release was secured on Saturday. The ransom was raised through contribution from the victim's family, the church and various associations the couple is affiliated with. Initially, the kidnappers demanded a ransom of 75 million naira, while later negotiated the amount to 15 million naira after discussion with families and members and church leaders. Still on security, in a determined effort to sustain the fight against kidnapping, armed robbery and other forms of criminalities across the countries, operatives of the Nigerian Police Force have rescued 13 individuals who had earlier been kidnapped and held for ransom. Not only that, several armed robbery suspects were arrested during the operation. The Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Muyiwa Adejobi, in a statement made available to journalists in Abuja on Sunday, revealed that the coordinated operations were conducted in various states, including Lagos and Kwara State. According to the statement, on the 27th of December 2024, police operatives attached to the Kwara State Command mobilized and stormed the den of kidnappers in the Dofi-Bana area of the state after receiving a distress call of the abduction of 13 persons. It added that operatives encountered resistance from the kidnappers but successfully overpowered them, causing them to flee the scene with various degrees of injuries and leading to the successful rescue of the 13 kidnapped victims. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, has reiterated the force's commitment to ensuring the safety and security of all citizens, saying the force will continue its operations, leveraging all available resources to eradicate these heinous crimes from the society. The security situation in Nigeria in the past year, 2024, could be described as a challenging one, taking into consideration insurgency in the north as well as activities of secessionist group in the east. To this end, Nigerians are hoping for a better 2025, where security operatives will be able to reduce the threat posed by insecurity. In this report, our correspondent Dele Fason takes a look at security challenges in the past year and the impact of security agencies and government. The report.
Statistics from the Internal Displacement Monitoring Center in Nigeria shows that over 3.3 million persons were displaced either through conflict or violence in several parts of the north, with Borno State accounting for almost half of the number. Some experts admit an improved security situation that needs sustainable planning.
Looking at this security architecture, you see there has been some improvement. But with every dynamic society changes, as the government is improving on its architecture, the criminals are also adjusting. For instance, this year we now got a new terrorist group operating in the northwest of the where soldiers invaded the soldiers destroying the community. These are some of the challenges.
We see that the security it will be fair to Nigerians. The area of insurgency and planning expense have reduced to some levels, but that has not stopped kidnapping. And I wish the security men, the army, the navy, police, air force, and others should not compromise their level of job. Rather, deal with things as
security is a problem. That ought to involve and evolve everybody. If we leave it at the hands of the security agents to work, they need.
Although there are still cases of insurgency and kidnapping in several parts of the country, one would expect that security agencies live up to expectation in the coming year. From Delta State, Dele Fason reporting for Galactic.
Coming up next. Nigerian Communications Commission dismisses rumors of a telecommunication tariff increase allegedly set to take effect in January 2025. Details of that and more coming up to the break. Do stay with us. We are glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with thoughts on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTV News. You can follow and interact with thoughts on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) have arrested a 48-year-old businessman Orizo Ifeanyi Arthur while attempting to board an Air France flight 844 from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, NAIA Abuja, to Paris, France, for ingesting 74 rats. Femi Babafemi on Sunday said Orizu was arrested at the boarding. Meanwhile, in another interdiction at 40 operatives of Marine Command of NDLEA at 2:30 a.m. on Christmas Eve intercepted 2 boats loaded with 1,960 kilograms of Ghanaian loud, a strong strain of cannabis at the Eleko Beach in Eke area of Lagos. A statement signed by NDLEA Director Media and Advocacy Femi Babafemi said 6 foreign nationals were brought to the consignment from Ghana were arrested during the operation. They include 2 Ghanaians, Godsway John, 38, and Freedom Kelvin, 33, as well as 4 Beninese, Shigon Uso and Garbado Namieto, Adang Sasa, and Ayao Kavi. In Katsina, a suspect Ibrahim Shaibu, 35, was arrested in possession of 40 album-sized parcel of compressed cannabis sativa weighing 35 kilograms on Christmas Day at Central Motor Park, Katsina, while another suspect, Humar Ahmed, 47, was nabbed along Zaidi Melumfashi has dismissed rumors of a telecommunication tariff increase allegedly set to take effect in January 2025. A senior NCC official emphasized that the regulatory body operates under a transparent framework guided by the Nigerian Communications Act (NCA). This framework requires approved. The NCC also appealed to journalists and industry stakeholders to verify information before publication, stressing the importance of accurate reporting to avoid unnecessary public panic. Reiterating its commitment to consumer interest and the stability of the telecommunications industry, the Commission assured Nigerians that updates on tariff for radio, TV and internet subscribers of Nigeria also weighed in, dispelling the rumors. Speaking in Lagos, ATCIS National President Shina Bilisomi said the association sought clarification directly from the NCC on December 24, 2024. Both the NCC and ATCIS as the year 2024 winds up few days from now, the year has no doubt witnessed unprecedented development, either negatively or positively, particularly with the impact as a result of subsidy removal. While we take a look at the primary, secondary and tertiary education in Nigeria, correspondent Gabriel Odia providing this report on the retrospect in 2024 for education in Nigeria. When President Bola Tinubu in January 2024 budgeted the sum of 1.5 trillion naira to education and spread across ministry, department and agencies, it called for increased funding to address infrastructural deficit, inadequate teachers, drop in enrollment in areas where there is conflict and violence. They also call for prompt payment of salaries to encourage teachers.
Government looks more, give more attention to education. So education needs to grow more. Without education, we don't have anything to talk about. So
teachers should be extended to rural schools too.
In North Central region, some state government had commenced effort towards addressing the challenges in the areas of recruitment of more teachers and enrollment, like Benue State already in the process of recruiting teachers and retraining of teachers.
And we're looking for just 9,700. That is why it's important for us to have this kind of test in the recruitment process for a selection procedure.
We want to introduce our learners to be computer compliant and computer literate. So it is not out of place if the teachers also are computer literate.
However, in the tertiary,
the chancellor planted many churches in Nigeria, Liberia, Cameroon, and so on and so forth. Bishop Johnson participated in publications of books, lectureship in higher Christian institutions of learning.
The message, to both Benue State and Nigeria, first and foremost, is that we must begin to look at the ways of expanding the frontiers of peacemaking. We must begin to embrace also things that will move our country forward, like education. we must begin to embrace. And by the way, thank God for this government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government, that has brought in the loan scheme for education. Thank you, but I want to also...
The guests of honor and other notable personalities at the ceremony.
President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the issues of Muslim ticket and the Nigeria Khan Association of Nigeria.
Made headlines during the week. Tracking the Week is up next.
Back in the week. On Monday, the Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, hinted at a possible upward review of the cost of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, which is currently estimated at 15 trillion naira. The additional funds are expected to cover tree planting, the installation of CCTV cameras and other features with this announcement during a project inspection tour of Section 1 and 2 at the Lagos end of the highway. The minister revealed that trees will be planted while lay-bys will be set, adding that at every 5 kilometers, lay-bay with CCTV cameras will be established to monitor the entire 750-kilometer stretch to Calabar. Umahi expressed satisfaction with the quality and progress of work by the contractor High-Tech Construction Company Limited, describing the Lagos-Calabar Superhighway and other ongoing legacy road project across Nigeria as a signature of excellence and innovation by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Still on Monday, Wunane, a community in Tarka local government area of Benue State in northern Nigeria, hosted about 1,000 pregnant women from the rural communities to a free medical outreach during the Christmas season. The pregnant women were given delivery kits and free medical checkups, counseling and other health services conveyed by Emmanuel Tiomhemba Agba, Chief Executive Officer of Tionex Nigeria in honor of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume. The outreach, which was attended by Regina Akume, the House of Representatives member for Tarka Boko constituency, and other personalities including traditional rulers, is aimed at elevating the challenges of anemia and other health-related diseases common among pregnant women in rural communities mostly prone to the diseases. On Tuesday, a chief magistrate at the Oyo State Magistrate Court, Olabisi Ogunkanmi, has ordered the owner of Agidigbo FM, Oriyomi Hamzat, as well as the principal of the Islamic High School Bashirun Ibadan, Abdullahi Fasasi, be remanded at the Agodi Correctional Facility, pending an advice from the Director of Public Prosecution at the State Ministry of Justice. The Chief Magistrate made the ruling when the trio were arraigned in court for their roles in last Wednesday's stampede, which resulted in the unfortunate death of 35 minors, while several others sustained varying degrees of injuries. The presiding judge at the magistrate level explained that the suspect was standing trial on the 4-count charge bordering on conspiracy, acceleration of death, negligent act to cause bodily harm, and committing to provide inadequate security and provision on the court premises, but were deterred by the heavy security present. Still on Tuesday, President Bola Tinubu had extended heartfelt greetings to Christians across Nigeria and worldwide as they celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, as narrated in the Holy Scriptures. Christmas embodies the fulfillment of divine prophecy and symbolizes the triumph of love, peace and unity. According to the President, to Hassan Kuka of the Sokoto religious extremism, on Thursday, the federal government of Nigeria strongly rejects the allegation made in a viral video by the military leader of Niger Republic, General Abdurrahmani Tichani, claiming non-existent collusion between Nigeria and France to destabilize his country. And state claims exist solely in the realm of imagination, as Nigeria has never engaged in any overt or covert alliance with France or any other country to sponsor terrorist attacks or destabilize the Niger Republic in the wake of the undemocratic change in the leadership of the country. They said Nigerian terrorism within the region. It is therefore absurd the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, celebrated the festive season with the sick and wounded soldiers in action, while assuring them that their sacrifices will Nigeria and other ECOWAS members of colluding with France to destabilize the country. However, ECOWAS, in a statement on Thursday, described the allegation as unfounded. The Commission of the Economic and West African State ECOWAS expressed deep concern over allegations made against Nigeria and other ECOWAS against allegations that they are sponsoring terrorism. For years, Nigeria has supported peace and security of several countries, not only in the West African sub-region, but also on the African continent. The recent successes recorded by the multinational Joint Task Force, which Nigeria leads, demonstrate the country's commitment to such a generous and magnanimous country will become a state sponsor of terrorism, the statement's reading part. ECOWAS then called on all states in the region to promote dialogue and stability and refrain from making accusations that are not supported by any evidence. The federal government on Thursday denied Niger Republic allegation. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made the brutal in a statement aimed claims by Niger Republic's military leader that Nigeria was working with France against his country. Still on Friday, the Defense Headquarters blamed what it described as a secondary explosion for the death of about 10 persons following strikes in Sokoto. A few days back, the Sokoto Media Operations Major General Edward Buba said the deaths and injuries were due to explosions and not a direct result of the strikes. According to Buba, the military confirmed that the strikes hit the target, the terrorist group. However, Buba did not confirm the number of casualties in the strikes, which has continued to generate comments from Nigerians. Those killed in the airstrikes have since been buried according to Islamic conditions. And that's all we have on Tracking the Week. Hello and welcome to the Foreign News. At least 179 landed at Muan International Airport in South Korea in one of the country's worst aviation disasters. The accident occurred on Sunday at 9:03 a.m. local time as the Jeju Air flight carrying 175 passengers and 6 crew from the Thai capital Bangkok landed at Muan International Airport about 290 kilometers southwest of the capital Seoul. The National Fire Agency confirmed that 179 people, 85 women, 84 men and 10 others whose genders weren't immediately identifiable have been killed and 2 people have been rescued, both crew members. The fire that engulfed the Eagle Minister for Border Security and Asylum said lives have been lost because ruthless criminals running the small boat trade are overloading people into oil. The French Coast Guard said a search was ongoing at sea for any other survivors. The Home Office confirmed there had been an incident in French waters, with French authorities leading a response and investigation. He said rescue teams can respond quickly, but current temperatures mean spending even a few minutes in the water can be fatal. The incident follows 4 days in which 1,485 people made the journey, meaning it has been the busiest Christmas period since records began in 2018. Israeli forces carrying out a weeks-long offensive in northern Gaza ordered any residents remaining in Beit Hanun to leave the town on Sunday, citing Palestinian militant rocket fire from the area. The instruction to leave has caused a new wave of displacement, although it was not immediately clear how many people were affected. The resident said Israel says its almost 3-month-old campaign in northern Gaza is aimed at Hamas militants and preventing them from regrouping. Its instructions to civilians to evacuate are meant to keep them out of harm's way, the military says. Palestinian and United Nations officials says no place is safe in Gaza and that evacuations worsen humanitarian conditions of the population. Much of the area around the northern towns of Beit Hanun, Jabaila and Beit Lahia has been cleared of people and razed, fueling speculation that